Welcome back to PSC Tech Byte. Today we are going to talk about how we can use Microsoft Graph to automate the creation of plans in Microsoft Planner. In fact, using Microsoft Graph, you can easily create a new plan, you can create buckets in a plan, and you can create tasks and associate those tasks to a bucket. Plus, you can also pin a tab in a Teams team targeting a plan that you created via Microsoft Graph. So basically you can create a provisioning engine for plans in Planner using Microsoft Graph. So let me move to the new environment and let me show you how to do that. So imagine that you have a team in Microsoft Teams and you want to create a plan and pin it in the general channel of the team. So you can easily do that using Microsoft Graph. First of all, we need to get a reference to the team and to the group that we want to target. So we can make a GET request to the endpoint for the groups in Microsoft Graph in order to get back the ID of the group that we want to target. Then we can see that in the target group, through the /planner/plans endpoint under the groups and the ID of the group, we can see that right now we don't have any plan associated with this group. We can easily create a new plan simply making a POST request to the /planner/plans endpoint, and in the body of the request we can provide as the owner attribute the ID of the target group and then a title which will be the name of the plan that we want to create. By making such a request, we will create a new plan, and we should keep in a safe place the ID of the just created plan. Now, if we, just for the sake of completeness, make another query to get the list of plans, we can see that now we have our plan associated with the group. Now, we can also get that specific plan by targeting the group by ID, as you can see right here, /planner/plans, and providing the ID of the plan that we just created. And here we can see one more time our plan. We can also get the buckets of the plan. So if we target the group with the ID /planner/plans/ the ID of the plan that we just created, followed by /buckets, we can see if we have any bucket there, and we don't have any actually right now. So we can create a new bucket. In order to create a new bucket, we need to make a POST request to the /planner/buckets endpoint of Microsoft Graph, and in the body of the request we need to specify the ID of the target plan, as well as a name for the bucket that we're going to create. So let's do that, and we will get back the ID of the bucket that we just created, so that we can now start creating tasks in that bucket. First of all, let me show you that for the current plan, and again in the group by ID /planner/plans, followed by the ID of the plan that we created, we can see that we don't have any task. Now, if we want to create a task, first of all, we will need to have a user to assign that task to. So, and the assignment can be to more than one user actually, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to use just one target user. So let me make a query in the list of users in my tenant to retrieve the information about my colleague Guido to assign him a task. In order to create a new task, I will have to make a POST request targeting the /planner/tasks endpoint. In the body of the request, I will have to specify the ID of the target plan that I want to use, the ID of the bucket. So let me get the bucket ID that we created before, so this one, and let me copy its value in the body of this request. Then we can give a title to the task, as well as eventually due date time, a priority, which can be a number, 1 means urgent. And then in the assignment section, I'm going to assign to every single user, this is the user ID of my target user, as I retrieved it from the users endpoint of Microsoft Graph. So I assign this task to one or more users with eventually an order int for ordering the assignments in the view. So I can make this request, this POST request, and I will get back the creation of a task. As such, now we have a plan, we have a bucket, and we have a task assigned to a target user. It would be really great to being able to have that plan pinned into a tab in the general channel, and that's why we are going to do that. So in this last action, I'm going to target the teams endpoint followed by the ID of the group and team that I want to target, /channels / the ID of the general channel / tabs. And I'm going to make a post request, and in the body of the request I'm going to create a new tab which will have the custom plan as its display name. In the ID I will specify that I'm going to create a planner tab, so this is the unique ID of the out-of-the-box native first-party app for Planner, and then in the entity ID I will specify the general channel ID. While in the content URL, remove URL and website URL properties of my tab, I will have to specify quite a long URL, but the really interesting part will be the one where I set the plan ID. So let me go back to the section where I have my plan ID, like for example here. Let me copy it one more time, and let me replace in this really long URL the plan ID whenever I have it. So here in this place, here in this place, and of course here as well. Once I've done that, right here, I will be able to create my tab in the target general channel. So now I've got back the created channel. If I will go back to my teams and I will refresh my page for the sake of completeness, we can see that we have in the general channel our tab, hopefully. Let me show you the general channel. Okay, here we are. Here we have the custom plan, and here we can see, okay, let me reload it. And here we can see that in the board I have my bucket, I have my task, and I have my assignee for the task. So really powerful and interesting. Now, let's say that you want to delete the created plan. Okay, we can go back here, and in order to delete a plan, you need to make a delete HTTP request targeting the ID of the plan. So here we need to replace the ID of our plan in the /planner /plans endpoint, but we also need to specify in the header an if match custom header, which will have to have the value of the e tag that we have in our plan. So let me make a query for the plans in my group, and let me get the latest e tag value for this plan. So let me copy just this value, and if I will go back here, I will be able to replace this value with the e tag that I just copied. And now I was able to delete my plan. And eventually you can also remove the tab from Microsoft Teams. Like always, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.